Minimum wage to millions. Let me clear my throat. Minimum wage to millions. I was making minimum wage, making $7.50 an hour. I was going to college, paying $15,000 on average a semester, paying over $100,000 in education over 20 years of college. When I went to work, I was making $7.50 an hour, barely making ends meet, living home with my parents, living in dorms, scraping by. But then I had a mind shift. What we're going to talk about a minimum wage to millionaire mindset, and it changed everything. It really did. So imagine working at a theme park, getting paid minimum wage, working 20 hours a week on the weekend, so 10 hours on Saturday, 10 hours on Sunday, then working 20 hours during the week, working a college job, making minimum wage an hour. I think it was six something an hour, and that was in the early 2000s. 20 hours a week, going to school from 8 to 5. So I went to school from 8 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon, went to work from 6 to 10 in the afternoons, and on the weekends, went to work for 10 hours on Saturday and 10 hours on Sunday. And I did that straight for three years. I had the mindset of, if I want to make more money, I got to work more hours. And they wouldn't hire me because I didn't have experience. And then they wouldn't pay me more because I didn't have education. So I need education to get experience. I need experience to get a chance. It just didn't make sense to me. It was my mindset that was messed up. Imagine going from there to making millions. So I originally did everything I could. At 21, I was broke. By 25, I was retired. But instead of saying the way that I did it, I'm going to tell you a way that we can work on your mindset to get those little tapes that's playing in your mind over and over again to say some of the nice things instead of the bad things. There were three clients that I had that, and we did three different things. The first person had a poor man mindset. They spent $100. I said, "What would you do with 100, 1,000, then $10,000?" I told the story before. The poor person with $100, they bought a meal. With $1,000, they said they was going to go to Mexico, never went. And with 10,000, they said they would have went to Paris. Then the middle class person, they said with 100, they would get a website. With 1,000, they would get an employee, and with 10,000, they'll get multiple employees. They may end up making 1,000, the thing in the middle. So they end up making some employees, a couple of employees. Then the abundance or the money wealth mindset. They said with $100 they would tithe because it wasn't a lot. And then the people saw that they tithed $100. They were like, "Ooh." Then with 1,000, they still tithed 100, but they went on the staycation. And the person said, let me give her clothes. Let me give her food and things of that nature because she's donating to the church, so let's pour back into her. And with $10,000, they end up going to Paris. And they made their dream, dropping their purse in the river. And it was amazing. I had a $10,000 client. And then originally, then it went to 20,000, then 50,000, then it kept going until they retired. So the thing that I learned is the mindset is the thing that's keeping most people back, holding most people back. They don't think they can do it, so they can't do it. But you think you can and you can't, you're right. You think you can do it, you can do it. You think you can't do it, you can't do it. And that is just that. So what I had to learn was how to change and transition a person's mindset. So I said there's 4 steps. Count them out, 4. So the first step is saying, I will be wealthy. You have to claim it. You have to know that you know that you know it's your birthright to be wealthy. God talks about wealth many times in the Bible. Talk about money many times in the Bible. The love of money is the root of all evil. But it's not bad to have money. Money is something that you use and that helps you get what you need, what you want, and what you desire. You just have to make sure that your desires lines up with the word of God, that you're not out of the will of God. So when I said I will be wealthy, and everyone looked at me and laughed, you making minimum wage. You barely making it. Who you think you is? Or you think you all that? And I'm like, I just have a dream. Why why is it so negative when I just have a dream to be better than what I am today? I'm not putting nobody else down to pick myself up. So why are they putting me down? Because I believe that I can do bigger, better, and bolder things. My mindset. I always thought I could be anybody. I would be Jesus, the one that has done it all. Bless them all. I didn't think I was blasphemous thinking I could take Jesus' place. I thought I could be Christ like and forgive and to love and to hold and to cherish, just like Jesus did. And people look laugh at me, Jesus, you? Ah, yeah. But when I made that million, they're like, oh, how did you do that? Well, that's what I'm telling you. Oh my gosh, here we go again. Mindset, mindset, mindset. If you don't have $1 million, you don't have $1 million mindset. If you have $1 million, you have $1 million mindset. But I'm trying to get you there. So the first step is saying, I will be a millionaire. I will be wealthy. The second step is money is abundant. If you make money, it ain't gonna take out of nobody else's mouth. If you have 50,000, you should save at least 15,000 a year. If you make 500,000, you should save at least 150,000 a year. The same 15% when it's $1 is the same 15% when it's $10 is the same 15% when it's 1,000, a million, 10 million, 100 million. Same principle. Invest at least 15%. Make your money make money. Make your money have babies. Don't just spend all your check. If you're wondering where it's going, that high behind car you got, that car note, that's on average, the average car note is $759 a month. You're just throwing money at a wall and at interest. You're giving your money away to the bank instead of just buying a fixer upper or trading it up or trading it down. And don't trade every year, only when you need it. Get a warranty, fix it up, do the maintenance. That food you dining out, as you can see this belly, that's where my money was going. And I had to learn to make sandwiches. Oh, what? I, I can't hear you. Okay. And the third thing is money is a tool. You can use it for you or against you. You can use it in a credit card and have to pay interest rate and pay hundreds, thousands, even millions of dollars. Or you can use it in index funds and things of that nature and use it for you to build wealth. And finally, it's my duty to become wealthy. It's your duty. You have a right. Your birthright is to become wealthy. You have to do what you're supposed to do to make it happen. And these four things is the first step in becoming a millionaire. So check the video, watch it over again if you have to. I talked a little bit about the mindset, but this is the first step to becoming from minimum wage to $1 million. And I'll see you again next week. We'll go on step 2.